Hey there, y'all. This is Risen Rogue Academy. I'm going to be going over some teasers, some spoilers of some new items that are going to be coming to Dofus Touch. In another video coming soon, I'll go over weapons that'll be coming out soon, but these are some non-weapon equipment that we're going to be showing off to you today. So besides this amulet on the right that you see right now, it looks like a lot of the items, the rest of the items that are being featured are items that require under 12 AP. And I was talking to Challenger X about this earlier. And, we're really, I guess, confused about it. I think that and Kama is very good at game balancing if they're good at anything. And I think that there is, an intelligent design here on why they decided to create level 200 items that are that don't allow 12 AP. But I would say what it looks like. So if we're looking at this Bethel's Panties, it's under 12 AP. But it gives 100 strength in one item, and then up to 60 wisdom, but it gives 1 MP. It removes a summon, so I wouldn't recommend it on a strength Sedita, because you need those 6 summons. But we're looking at like almost a completely different kind of item here. So a lot of when you're level 200, it's sort of like, oh, I'm level 200, I want 12 and 6. 12 AP, 6 MP. And this is sort of a spin on everything. I know they came up with trophies just a little bit ago for mid-level players that encourage mixing sets with other sets, or having a lot of the trophies that they just came up with is like, hey, we don't want you to have set bonuses with these trophies, and we'll give you a bonus for that. And I feel like this is one of those things where they're just throwing in a curveball a little bit. They're like, hey, you can't have 12 AP, but here's a bunch of other great bonuses. And I feel like, I don't know if this is like, hey, we're going to make, 200, level 200 items that you can have before your set is fully optimized. I'd imagine that these might be a little bit cheaper than items that, definitely cheaper than Exos. But it looks like we have a lot of bonuses that might actually make it worth it to have these items. So if you look at the Bethel's Panties, 1 MP from a belt, we have the Pots and Pans belt. But, obviously that's not a level 200 item. Now you have a level 200 item that will give you 1 MP and bonuses that a level 200 should have. We're looking at this amulet that gives, it's under 12 AP, but it gives AP and MP. How many items do we have like that? It gives AP and MP. That's incredible. We're looking at this Hungry Pendant. It takes range. It takes 1 range. So if you're not too worried about range, it's not a problem. But it gives AP and MP. That's just, that's an incredible thing. If you look at the pendant, it's only giving 50 in strength, 50 in agility for a level 200. Usually, for items, if it's a 3-element item, you'll see it in the 50 range. Usually 2 elements is around 70 or 80, and then 1 element usually can go up to 100. So that is a disadvantage of this one. It's not a lot of strength and agility for a level 200 item, but you do see 1 AP, 1 MP. That's huge. So it's sort of feeling like this is Exos without the Exos. I don't think it'll be more expensive than getting an Exo, but it really just depends on the build. So if you're for a Craw, for example, you need to be able to, put down 2 beacons, and then, Explosive Arrow is 4 AP, and then you can get a full combo with 12. There's a lot of items that, or a lot of classes that can survive off of 11 AP. But if you are level 200, the goal for 200 is 12 AP, 6 MP. That's what everyone goes for. If you're an IOP, you need 12 AP, 6 MP to be optimized. I don't see IOPS going for this under 12 because to jump and to use IOPS Wrath, you need 12 AP. I see this being very niche of items, you know? It's not something that is for everybody. If we're looking at these other items, you know, you have a ring that gives MP. You know, you have another ring that gives AP. You know, usually it's just, you know, the reason I have Exos is because this guy made fun of me for being a Jolano user, so now I have Exos. But, like, you know, 1 AP on a ring that also gives a bunch of other, you know, critical stats. I mean, this Albueran Warrior ring honestly doesn't impress me. You know, these stats don't really stand out. But if you're going to get a ring that gives you 1 AP that's not an Exo, you know, you might as well get some decent bonuses from it. You know, you don't have to be a Jolano user like I was for a long time. We have these slippers, also under 12 AP, but it, you know, kills crits. So, you know, and that's the thing. Because if you're like, oh, I'm an agility build, and before the update, you know, I was focused on critical hits. Now with this item, it's like I'm agility, but not a critical hit user anymore. That might throw some people off a little bit. But look at these slippers. It's sure you can't get 12 AP, but 1 AP, 1 MP, and 1 range. I mean, this is the Exo killer. I mean, Exos, obviously, end game, you want Exos. You want that 12-6. But this is like, this will definitely be a rival to the whole Exo game. And I think it's really interesting what you might be able to make of it. You know, we got this spell that also gives AP. We have a cloak that gives MP. You know, this is, and there's another minus summons, but this is, we're adding something that we didn't have before. That's for sure. We did not have items that gave level 200 level bonuses, but also gave AP and MP without an Exo. So, and now that I think about it, you can have like an MP item like the cloak, and pile up an MP Exo on top of it. You know, because you can only have one of each Exo. And so that is kind of nice to be able to get 2 MP from, you know, separate items. One is an Exo and one is one of these. We've got this Hattie, brilliant name. And these look like, you know, level 200 bonuses. I mean, but I mean, you know, honestly, this, not a lot of vitality, but look at the resistance, you know, that you're losing here. I don't think these sort of items is a bad thing. I just don't see them being for everybody, and you know, nothing is supposed to be for everybody, besides ochre maybe. But you know, it's a different thing. They're definitely, you know, 1 AP and 1 range on 1 item. I mean, that's incredible. A niche item. That's all I have to say about these. I'm excited what people can do with them. I just know for myself, if I'm level 200, I want 12 AP. So that's just the way I feel about it. It'll add another element to the game for sure. And then these weapons, we will go over them during a live event. I can't give a lot of details about that because I'm sworn to secrecy. But you know, these items, you know, we're gonna have 3 new weapons, and these items are definitely a curveball, and we have a very intelligent community when it comes to Dofus, and I'm sure we're gonna see some very smart people come up with some very smart builds with what they can do with items like these that limit, you know, AP. You know, I'm really intrigued to see what people can make out of it. So that's my input, and thank you very much, guys, for watching. And more videos to come. Thank you, and enjoy your day.